We are now in North Platte, Nebraska, and we are at one of the Harvest Host sites where we can come in, park overnight. There's no water, no electricity, so you're boondocking. And so we just pulled in. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is us, obviously. And so you pull in on the south side of their lot, and there's a couple other campers in here. And you got this camping area. Then they have their parking lot, and then you go into the brewery and stuff. So we'll be in there later, but they have some kind of a Olympics competition going on here today. It's supposed to start after the parade, and we did see some things of a parade as we made the turn to come down this way. So it will be interesting to see what we encounter here for our anniversary. But we thought we'd come here just for a change of pace, see what this Harvest Host is all about. Okay, today's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Whether we know you or not, happy Father's Day. It is a beautiful day here in Nebraska, North Platte. Again, we're still here at our Harvest Host camping, boondocking campground, but had a few more come in, so I thought I would just take a walk around. We have this guy who came in last night. And then there's us, and there's Steve and Vicky, and then the next one, they're in the Airstream, and then there's Jack and Vicky, Steve and, I forgot Steve's wife's name, I'm sorry. And then there's a couple more, and there's a couple more Airstreams over here, Airstream over here, and another camper. But looks like they're getting ready to take off. It's so nice here as well. They post a sign here for all of the other patrons that they don't block this entrance for us Harvest Host people. So that's really nice of them to be doing. Looks like that fifth wheel up there, they're getting ready to pull out. I saw them doing some stuff. You can stay in these sort of places more than one day if you have permission. Looks like the Airstream's getting ready to pull out as well. If they're not going to be really packed and there's not much going on, they allow you to stay a couple days or 3, whatever you ask for. If it works for them, they'll allow you to do that. But yeah, this is really kind of a neat idea for a lot of places to do. All kinds of different businesses that open this up for that, so kind of cool. We had to cancel one that was a farm, an actual working farm with horses and sheep and cows and whatnot. And they were talking about how you could interact and help with chores. You could do whatever, you could ride horses, you could help them. Morning. And kind of go from there. But we had to cancel that one. That one would have been fun. We have gotten to Pine Bluff's RV campground here in Pine Bluffs, Wyoming. And it's a Good Sam's Park. And it looks like it's full of full-timers. We'll give you a walk around after bed. Rick's busy doing windows on the coach to get all of the nasty big bugs off. But yeah, we're in not the last row, but pretty much the last row. As you can see, there's nothing except railroad. And then a bunch of people here. I'll go back here. From our site, there are no picnic tables. There are no fire rings. Cannot get the sewer connection open to hook up sewer. So we'll talk to the camp host about that. But this is actually 2 spots, so we could pull through. This is 22. We're in 22. The one we pulled through is 44, but with only being here a night, we didn't want to have to disconnect. So you can kind of see how it looks between the rows. I'm going to walk over here to this Viper, who is the camp host, I believe it was. 42, 40. Yeah, and see what they have to say about being able to get the cap off for the sewer. And we'll go from there. We're going to go this way. Yeah, this is the guy that came in, the gray wolf.
These are definitely worker bees here, man.
Yep, this is really a bunch of workers, a bunch of oil workers here. Oil rig workers and stuff. And you can just tell who stays here full time and who doesn't, just by looking at what gets parked. The Texas rigs, Texas, Arizona rigs, Texas rigs. Yeah, so these are all workers. But it does need a little bit of upkeep between the sites. Texas Challenger. Another Texas rig, Texas rig. Texas rig here. They have 3 children, I saw them. A couple more. Ferocious dog there. God, these kids got to come down a long way down here to play. Of course, they have a field to play in. I'm not sure. This little guy likes
me
to.
when I was a kid.
Hi. This is when I was telling you. I said we could see it from the road.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out where that statue was from here. Oh, there she is. What was she? She was the.
I don't remember.
We'll have to look it up. There's this monument. I'll look up the name of it. Well, you can. You got your phone on you. And it's got a little center over there and everything. We saw it when we came in. We came in the road down here. So there's quite a few empty spots. Not a picnic table to be had unless you bring your own. This is, well, the playground is even off for the kids. They can't even go play on the playground. Beautiful hillside. That is I-80 that you see those trucks running on. Looks like they got a storage area over there. So this statue is Our Lady of Peace Shrine. So we got Rick walking around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wasn't what we thought it was. The 12 points of This is the best thing about the whole campground. Saint Anne, her mother. Our Lady of Peace. Oh, can't read all of it. Wow. She's huge. So This is just a look at the campground from the other end, the far end of where we are. Looking obviously west into the sun as it sets. So we're going to check out the facilities here on the back side and we'll see what it says. Looks like they can swap out your propane tanks. Must have to go through somebody
Jim,
else.
It's AmeriGas.
Pretty empty back there. Nothing in there. Says it's a store, but there's nothing in it. That's open, so yep. Oh, there is a code. Yeah, men's is open if you want to use it.
I want to go look.
Okay. Oh, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty decent. I don't know why the cowboy statue is here, but that's okay. Okay, we are in Rawlins, Wyoming today. Came in yesterday, the 19th. Today's the 20th of June. And so from our campsite, looking up, this was all full last night. And now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Us is 5, 6. But there's not much. 7, 8. Not much here. A lot of people getting ready to leave. But you can see that this is going to be a tight spot for us to get out of simply because they put the railroad ties in here to give us a little extra space, but I guess we'll do what we got to do. But the interstate is right there. That's I-80. A few more spots here. Looks like a few more people getting ready to go. Okay, so I'm not sure how much of this video got recorded because this battery was being funky. And I walked around the park, went into the office. Not very many rigs in here yet today. Did find the cabins, and I found another row of back-end sites. These are all pull-throughs. And they had at one time a swimming pool, but now it's a splash pad. They had some chutes and ladders set up. But basically it's a small park, great for just overnight stops or a couple nights if that's what you need. Just nothing else really here to do. So we might take a run into town because coming here yesterday, our temperature gauge for the engine was running hot, and we're full on fluids. I'll get it out. And it shouldn't, it wasn't even a steep grade. We were pulling, but it was running hot. And then the engine likes to shut down on its own. It's got some automatic settings on it for shut off. Too low on fluids, coolant, anything like that. It senses it, shuts itself down, backs you clear off of power, and then you better be pulling off on the side of the road. And it did that to us, and it backed us off on power, but it didn't shut down, which was good because we had nowhere to pull off. And so then temperature gauge came back down, ran normal, and then it would creep up and then come back to normal, creep up, come back to normal, go below normal, come back to normal, go below normal, come back up. Never did get to the, we have a little red indicator at the top for an absolute warning that it is overheated. And it only got there just about there once in the beginning, and then the rest of the time it didn't. It would just get close. So Rick's working to see what that could be about. I'm thinking it's the thermostat, possibly. So we tore into the engine compartment last night to see just where that is located, because you can get to it in the bedroom. We don't have the tools to reach it. It's clear underneath. It's not where normal cars are located for their thermostats. So it would be something that we have to have somebody else, some mechanic, look at and work with. But he was checking all the rest of the fluid levels. Everything is fine. So that just really tells me it's either one, the thermostat is going bad, two, the radiator cap maybe not functioning the way it's supposed to, but we're not sucking out the extra fluid, so we're not losing fluid. It's just sensing that it's extra hot. So it could be that the fan's not kicking on, but it's got an auxiliary fan that runs all the time. So trying to troubleshoot some of that stuff is fun. But anyway, it's a pretty bare bones campground, right off the interstate, and you can hear that traffic at night. But once you close everything down and turn your TVs on or whatever you're doing, you don't hear them really at all. We will be leaving here tomorrow. This is sitting in KOA Rawlings, Wyoming. So we'll be leaving here tomorrow and head into Utah and spend a couple nights in Utah, and then we'll head up into Idaho to some friends of ours' place. Thank you, Steve and Tawny. We appreciate it. And we'll stay there a couple nights, and then we'll make our way down into Washington.